Hi, everyone, and welcome to Book Club with Bay. I am Bay, and this is Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hi, Bay.
And this is Other Bay. Say hi.
Hello.
And today we're talking about Reaper, which is book 3.5 in the humor series. So it is a novella that goes between book 3 and book 4. So that's what we're talking about. And we're talking about it separately just because it's its own story, it's its own little thing. So it's the story. We're not going to really go over characters because, but it's a story about how Todd became a Grim Reaper. And as far as like ratings go, you know what? It's like when you take a chance on off-brand chocolate and then you're like, oh, didn't taste like shit.
Is it because it's Todd and Michaela?
You know what? Todd's head was actually fun to be inside of.
Yes, it was.
For once with a male character, it wasn't terrible.
Well, he only was thinking about sex at timing appropriate times, which was nice.
Yeah.
He was thinking about his boner when his girlfriend was straddling him.
Yeah, it was trying to make him have
try
one.
And do stuff. Yes.
Yeah. Right.
So that was fine. And I don't know if you go how like the last stream as well, like you guys were like, did Todd and Kaylee meet prior to the thing?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like,
was
no,
David.
and he's didn't believe him. Well, they didn't meet.
But
They didn't meet.
He point blank saw her.
Yeah.
It counts. The David reference is still working.
And that's where I went to find the color of her eyes, that scene. Because I knew that he saw her.
But like the thing is, being inside Todd's head was fun. This was actually fun. I enjoyed this like thoroughly.
I love Todd.
Yeah. I love Levi too. He's such a good little lad.
Levi's so sweet.
Although listening to the narrator continuously say "beyond she" was just the worst.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
Someone needed to give him a pronunciation guide, meaning.
Well, there was one.
Banshee is just pronounced Banshee.
Yes.
He read it out loud in the beginning of the book. Banshee. He said it. There was a thing that was like.
Oh, no. He was saying, I'm a beyond she, also known as Banshee.
Then just say fucking Banshee.
But I can't blame the narrator, though, because I feel like they just didn't tell him.
But it was really painful. But in any case, it didn't last that long, so it wasn't that bad. But this was, I don't know, it was just really fun to listen to it. And
Nash's voice though.
Honestly though, like if it is fucking stupid ass punk ass personality, I'm sorry, I hate Nash.
If there was any more reason to hate Nash,
it's solidified my hatred of Nash. And honestly, like I wish he was dead, but he's not. So here we are. I hate it.
Yeah,
I don't like him.
Yeah, no.
One thing I did find really interesting in this book though is like, so they're banshees. They know that when someone's time's up, their time's up. That's just the way it goes. But they still have that level of like blaming, like, he could have died nicely.
Yeah, like he could have died not picking your sorry ass up from a party. He could have died just, like chilling at home, getting his dick sucked like he was supposed to. Even though Todd wasn't supposed to die, but that's what Todd was about to get. He was about to get some, and then Nash, the cock block. That's why Todd's a forever cock block. I get it now.
But I do like, I do like that is kind of a thing, because I do like that even though you are supposed to die at a certain time, there are variables as to how. So even if somebody's how you can die. So it's like, because it's explained, like. Because Todd's like, oh, so I'm the one who killed my brother. It's like, no, like if you weren't there, he would have like died of alcohol poisoning, or he would have died of like this, or he would have died of this. So it's like no matter what.
If he was at home, he would have choked on his dinner like a toddler, which would have been fitting.
That would have been so funny.
Honestly, I kind of wish that's how it had happened. Like,
and then it was just the Kaylee and Nash, or Kaylee and Todd saga. Like Nash just didn't even person. He just.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Fuck no. I hate him. I hate him. You know, and the thing is, like, he wasn't even that bad, like, in the first couple books, and then all of a sudden it's just like, I hate him.
This book, though, like, you can
see where it is, and you're just
Yeah,
like,
I really hated him last book,
he's
but that's
such a
just fully
brat.
nail in the
He's
coffin. Nash is
he's
gone.
such a
Dead. Nash is
brat.
dead.
Nash is dead to me.
Yeah, can we also just take a moment to appreciate just how fast his mother can get her shit together to move? Like 11 days after Todd dies, right? Like
Harmony-
he's just had his funeral, and
I kind of stand.
like it
Harmony.
hasn't even been 2 weeks. It hasn't even been 2 weeks, and she's moved counties.
But also,
Harmony, man.
I stand Harmony as well, because also your dead son rocks up at your doorstep, and your other son, who is a piece of shit, is upstairs playing video games or whatever he's doing, jerking off, whatever the fuck. I don't care. Not important. He doesn't matter. He's dead to me. Is upstairs doing his thing, and so your dead son rocks up, and you have to keep it together, and she does.
She does very well.
Like, Harmony is the main character. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Harmony's great.
Harmony's good.
Someone who can write books, write a book about Harmony. Like Patricia Briggs. Write a book. I'm commissioning Patricia Briggs to write me a short story about Harmony.
Yeah. Oh, like her life's so freaking tragic as well, right?
Yeah, her husband dies, and then her son dies, and her son dies in her other son's place. And really, we all know which sons should have died, but
yeah, I mean, like, for Harmony's sake, I guess I'm glad that Todd did a thing, because now she gets to keep both of her sons in her life, I guess.
That is true.
But Nash has the audacity to introduce Todd to us as though Todd is a bad person. I mean, Nash doesn't.
Nash obviously, I was gonna say Nash obviously doesn't know that like Todd died for him, but still, he should still like feel bad about the fact that he got his brother killed for as far as he knows, because he did. No matter what, he did get his brother killed.
Yeah, and even if it had been Todd's time, and like the reason that Harmony and Nash were like, you know, it was my fault. Yeah, it was your faulting. Was because it was about how he died. He could have choked on some popcorn, and it would have been ridiculous. But you know,
but
sometimes those seeds get stuck. You know, sometimes the seeds just get stuck,
and you can't get to water fast enough, and then you croak. Like
we've all been there.
You know what I really hate when the seed shell, like, you know, just the sliver of the shell of the seed just breaks off mid-throat, and it's just sitting there.
But
then it doesn't move.
And then you just feel it for like days.
Yep. Because it like cut your esophagus.
Well, even out long after you know it's gone, it's still there.
It's just there. It's just in the back of your mind, like haunting you.
It's rude. But from their perspective, that's how Todd could have died. Instead, he got killed by a drunk driver. I want to skip to the end, but we can't skip to the end. But the end.
Hold on. All right, okay. Let's just back up real quick, like 10 steps, because we're like way ahead of ourselves. Plot.
Yes.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Nash.
So we open with a blowjob.
Todd becoming. Well, no, we don't. No, we don't. We open with Todd and Harmony chilling, and Harmony saying, "I gotta go to work, Todd. Your brother's grounded. Make sure he stays the fuck home." That's how we start.
Yeah, honestly, I was really excited because I was just like, "Oh my god, punk kid Nash!" Yes, like we start off insulting Nash, which made me happy.
Yeah, because Nash has a troubled girlfriend,
Sabine,
who is in duty.
Yep. For underage drinking, I'm assuming. Made it seem like that.
Yes.
And this wasn't the girl from like the first novella, right?
No.
Do we ever see her again?
The girl from the first novella or Sabine?
Yeah, the girl from the first novella.
No, I can't even remember who she was.
Because that was like really weird. And I feel like
we may get tangentially. Yeah, she may get tangentially mentioned, but I think it was just she was his girlfriend of the week.
No, like the girl from the first novella.
Oh, Lydia.
Yeah.
Lydia, yeah, we see Lydia again. She comes back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant Todd's girlfriend, Gemma, something like that.
No,
No,
I
I
thought
thought
you
you
were
were
talking
talking
about
about
no
Nash's.
Mara. That's who Mara was talking about.
I thought you were talking about the girlfriend Nash had in the first novella. So I'm
Sabine?
assuming he had one. No, in the first novella.
Yes. We're on
the
the
one
same
you
page.
didn't read.
No, I did read it actually.
Oh,
After the fact.
I read it during the fact actually, but it's fine.
That was the main. Lydia's the main reason why I wanted you to. Like, you can't skip it because we need Lydia. But she comes back.
okay,
And,
because it's just been like 10 books, and I'm just like, where the fuck is this bitch?
What does this matter?
yeah, I can't remember what. I think she might make an appearance, if not next book, the book after.
Okay, good, because.
But if not, she's definitely in it from after that.
I just want it to be. I don't remember what season Elena and Damon get together, but I just want it to be that season.
It's like season 4.
Okay, Todd and Kaylee become a thing in If I Die, which is
That's
not
so
next
far.
book, but the book after.
That's so far
We've got
away.
2 books, and they get together towards the end.
Fuck
I'm
my
sorry.
life.
Yeah, like
Fuck
TBD
Nash.
makes you wait, and then like when they do it, they give you bullshit to like wade through.
I know. I'm like I'm at the beginning of season 3 and my rewatch. I'm on like episode 5, I think. Yes, when Klaus has just discovered that Elena's still alive. So he bit Tyler and he's like, all right, Bonnie, figure it out. I love Klaus. I stand Klaus so
Klaus
hard,
is
even when he's an
amazing.
ass.
Klaus is a dick, and I love him.
I just can't wait for the Caroline stuff to start.
Yeah, like, because honestly, as well, like, whenever like Klaus also chucks a tantrum, like, I can't be mad at him because I'm just like, you're so broken. Can we fix you, please? You know, I just want to give him a cuddle.
I enjoy Klaus. I'm just so cranky about how it all ended, but that's a conversation for a different time.
Yep.
I know.
Okay, so Harmony goes to work, and Nash immediately comes down and is like, hey, will you come help me break Sabine out of, like, juvie? And Todd's like, no, you fucking numpty. I'm not helping you break anyone out of juvie, especially Sabine, because she's kind of a bitch. But I'm going to go get my girlfriend. I'll be right back. Deuces. So, yeah.
And then we skip forward to the end of the movie, and they're snuggling, and
she starts to, you know.
And then foreplay ensues. And then
we get cock blocked by Nash. Woohoo!
Yep. He calls and he's like, "I'm in Arlington. Come.
I'm drunk as fuck. I need you to come pick me up.
Yeah, come and get me." And Todd's like, "No," and he's like, "Yes," and he's like, "No."
Or yes,
or
I'll
like,
tell mom.
I'll tell mom. And
yeah,
he's like, "Fuck you, Nash, I guess." And so he takes girlfriend home, and that was the last time he ever saw her.
Yeah.
Important to note. And then picks Nash up, and Nash is like, well, while we're in Arlington, let's go get Sabine. And Todd's like, fuck no. And then he's like, you're a spoiled little brat of a cunt. And then car crash.
Yeah, so like the last thing he ever says to Nash is like something really nasty.
Yeah, something like, I wish like my life would be better without you, effectively, to that extent.
The stereotypical worst thing you can say to someone before they're about to croak, and then turns out Nash is dying. Oh no, he's basically dead.
Yep, and then Todd's like, oh wait, Grim Reaper will be here. Yo, Grim, no. And then creepy kid appears, and it's Levi, and he's like, hello there.
I love Levi.
And I'm so glad that Todd at least acknowledges that Levi is creepy, because Kaylee never does. At least she hasn't so far.
He's just like a little kid.
That kills people.
Yeah, but it's fine.
I love like weird, creepy children characters. They make me happy.
I know, but it needs to be acknowledged that there's at least a creepy vibe about them. Because if they're not creepy, then
like Yo-Yo Girl from Mercy.
Yes, she's creepy because she's just standing there with a yo-yo doing a thing, but you can tell that she's like, thousands of years old, and she's like, hello, Mercy.
Yeah, and then she like melts. She like whole ass melts a bitch at one point for like no reason. It's great. It's just so weird. She just pops in like every 7 books. There. It hasn't been like every 7 books because there's like 12 of them. But like that's how infrequently you see her. But when you see her, she just melts somebody and then walks away, and you're just like, what the fuck?
I love that.
Yeah, like when they're stuck in like that. Like when Mercy's stuck in the Fairy Queen's court and she just pops in and she's like, does a thing, and then she's like, someone's coming to get you, and then leaves.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's like the only time you see her do anything useful, but then like that's it.
Oh, gotta love a creepy kid. But yeah, so Levi rocks up and Todd's like, this can't be a thing, and he's like, well, it is a thing, and Todd's like, but it can't be. Fix it. And he's like, well, I can fix it if you take his place. And Todd's like, well, I kind of don't want to live with survivor's guilt, so sure, kill me.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't be the reason that my brother died. Like, it's not going to happen. So, dead, and then suddenly, not dead.
And he's like, WTF? And Levi's like, well. There was a testy test, and you passed.
So much exposition on Reapers. My God. So much.
But it's helpful though. Yeah, it is helpful though. At least it wasn't half of a real book.
I liked finding out that Reapers can't talk to their old family members, yet Todd's just like, nope, fuck that rule. And Levi's like, I don't see you. You don't talk to people. I don't know what you're saying. Yeah. He's just like, I don't give a fuck.
And I think a big part of why he manages to get away with it is because like his family obviously already knew about the stuff.
Yeah, they're banshees. It'd be a different situation if they were human.
And also, again, Levi just didn't want to go back to doing that shift.
Yeah.
He wanted to get back to his damn managerial position.
But then Levi reveals that Todd's family like moved very suddenly out of the old house, and so he's like, shit, I don't even know where my mom lives anymore. Like, that's insane. And so Levi takes him to the house, and we get a very, very sad scene of like Nash and Harmony talking, and Todd can't say anything, and he's trying to talk to them, but he can't speak. Oh God, it's sad.
Because also at the moment Todd is on a visitor's pass to decide whether or not he wants to do a reap. And so while he's in this state, he can't become corporeal.
Yeah. So he can't
do anything. He can't teleport or anything yet either.
And what this argument basically amounts to is like,
Nash is the reason Todd's dead.
Yeah, is Nash being like, just say it. And Harmony's like, I'm not gonna say that. And Nash being like, just fucking say it. And then Harmony's like, fine. He could have been getting his dick sucked, but you had to go be a delinquent piece of shit. And Ash is like, I know. And then it's just really sad. And I did not expect this book to actually make me sad, but like I was actually fucking sad. I was like, oh my God.
Well, because this is also the same where also like, because it starts off with she's like, I made cookies, and then there's cake, and Todd's like, she's making a housewarming cake. Freaking hell, Mom. And then and then when they finally start, like Nash and Harmony have a breakdown, just start hugging and all that stuff, And then Todd's like, I can't watch this anymore. This is heartbreaking. And he just drifts over and he's like, wait, no. And then he realizes that the cake is his 18th birthday cake.
I literally wrote down, oh, it's his fucking birthday. Fucking A. Poor dude. Fuck my life, dude. That is my note. Like, ouch. That shit hurted.
Honestly, yeah, that whole scene was very well done, and like
very well done.
So it was very raw, wasn't it?
I'm just gonna say, like, as far as quality goes, this is the best book in the series so far. As far as like the quality of the books, which is kind of sad just because it's developed, but it is probably just because Kaylee's not in it.
Except for that one moment.
Well, she has a non-speaking part, which is probably a good thing.
She has a mild cameo.
Yeah, like which is where she belongs. But like that was good. That was well done. I felt things, and I was just like, I'm fucked up. Yeah. I'm not okay.
Yep. And so he agrees to become a Reaper just so he can
talk to his
Be
mom.
with his family, yeah. Talk to his mommy. So that's what he does next. He goes and talks to his mommy.
And
It's
he
so
tells
good.
Mummy the truth, and he's like, I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. And she's like, no. Oh, because first he's like, she realizes he's a Grim Reaper, and she's like, no, you can't do this. You know, you're going to lose all traces of humanity or blah, 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 and this and that. Because, you know, I guess that seems to be like an inevitable part of any immortality. You kind of just lose, you know.
Who you are.
Yeah, but I mean, the upside is his family is due to be around for at least a few more centuries at the very least.
Yeah.
Like Harmony's 70 and she looks barely 30, so
yeah,
and
she'll be around a long time. And Nash is a kid.
Yeah.
By Banshee years.
So he's got at least another 500 years or so of family.
Happiness. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
So
Nash has his original death date.
Yeah. He's like, well, I'll still be me, Mom, because of you. And I was like, okay.
And then
he
tells Mummy what happened, and he's like, I'm so sorry, but I just couldn't let him die like that on the side of the road with a drunk driver and a this and a that. And she's like, you're right, he can never know. And he's like, I know, he can't.
You can't ever know.
I want him to find out.
And
I'm sure he will. I'm sure that'll happen.
He does.
Thank God. I want him to feel bad. Sorry. It's terrible.
I do too. Does he feel bad?
The way he does, but also the way he finds out is going to make you furious.
Oh God, great.
It's going to make you furious.
10 out of 10.
Or at least it should. It made me furious.
It probably will. We believe in conformity on this channel, so it will make us furious.
I mean, he also kind of deserved, he deserves to find out the way he did, but it also makes you furious. But anyway, not the point. We'll get to that when we get to that. But
I'm assuming it's not anytime soon.
I think I can't remember what book it is. I can't.
That's fine.
It could be If I Die, but I'm not sure.
I don't even know what book is next, honestly. All these titles are so freaking similar.
There's a One More My Salt or whatever, and then it's If I Die. And then so then we time jump, I guess.
Yeah, 11 months.
Yeah. And he gets to move up to the hospital, and this timing it coincides with the first novella.
Yeah.
Yep. And he's there, and he hears a little wispy wisp of a singing song, and he's like, that's odd. But then he has to go and do his first hospital reaping, and then he sees her, and he sees the swirling eyes, and he hears the undertones of the singing song, and then he's like, oh well, shit to do. Walks away.
Yeah. He's like, interesting. Bookmarked. I have to go kill someone. Deuces.
Yeah.
Yep. And then he hears some orderlies or nurses or people, doctors, emergency peeps be like, it was a drunk driver. He killed a whole family. And then he's like, hang on a second. And then he sees that it is the guy that killed Nash and
him.
But everyone thinks killed him. Actually, Levi,
I wrote him
we didn't talk about how Levi kills him.
Oh, that's funny.
Levi picks up a lamppost or something and just whacks him with it.
Yeah.
To give him the cause of death so he didn't have like an autopsy or anything.
Yeah.
It's also, just funny. Because then Levi's also like, what was more difficult was getting him back in the car.
Yes.
Yeah, he was like, I had to put you in the car. Like, and he was like, look, I had to make it look real, okay?
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm 12, okay? It's not hard to move a freaking 18-year-old boy when you're 12.
Yeah, he's like...
Hey, 17 and 355 days, all right?
53, I think.
I mean...
Yeah, he was dead for 10. He was dead for 10 days.
11. He was raised on the 11th day.
Oh.
So 54.
Who's 17 years old and 17 years and 354 days old.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how old he is forever.
Yes. He's 11 days shy of 18 forever.
He will never be an adult.
Poor guy. Poor guy. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So then he is like, I can just like swap out the souls, and because he sees the drunk driver and he's like, and so then he's like,
Levi won't know until the thing comes up, and by then I don't give a fuck. It's worth it.
Yep.
Because Levi won't know until what comes up, is it?
The exchange death date comes up.
The other person's
death
date?
Person's death date.
Yeah. Yeah, but it comes up on the list that there was an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously Levi didn't care because Todd has not been fired because this is in the past.
Yep. Although
the other
Levi doesn't know yet.
Oh.
Because the other person's death date hasn't come up yet. Maybe not. Like
that's
I don't think that ends up being a plot point at any point. So it may have already happened. Who knows? He was an alcoholic drunk driver. Like who knows? Who knows? He very well could have.
Well, the other thing is like depending on, like it could also happen like after the book like the series.
Yeah, could be any.
Yeah, it could be in 30 years. Who knows?
It could happen in 30 years. Like we don't know.
But old Mr. Whatever gets a bit more time. So yeah, and then but Todd's just a dick about it, and I love it.
Yeah, I do too.
Because he made himself visible, and he's just like, and the guy's like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "It's okay to fear the Reaper." And
then the book ends.
He psychologically tortures the guy for a minute. I like it. That's experience.
You know what? I really like that part though, because it gave me Damon energy.
Yeah, like
Todd is already Damon, but like.
But that actually had real Damon. But he doesn't always have Damon energy, and that gave me Damon energy, and it made me happy.
Yeah, like I remember that Todd got to kill
the killer,
the drunk driver, but I had forgotten that he swapped him. I'd forgotten that. I was like, oh, whoops a doodle.
I love that like swapping people out is like a whole plot of the first book. But then Todd just like casually did it, and it didn't.
Todd's just like, oops. Don't look at me, I didn't do it.
Well, because from a Banshee's perspective, it's the Reaper that keeps that exchange in check. Whereas Todd is the Reaper.
Yeah.
And he's unsupervised. So there's no one to catch him and do it. You're naughty. So but yeah, so he kills the guy, which is fun. But yeah, that's a Reaper.
That's Reaper.
We should probably just go ahead and do like the next book next, just because.
Yeah. The next book. Okay, I will say in the coming books, definitely I think this next one, but the one after especially as well. Someone actually calls
Kaylee out in her bullshit.
Yeah, she gets called out a few times.
Yay!
When do we want to do that?
She doesn't take it well though.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we're good any day this week now because we're.
Are you busy Thursday?
Not anymore.
Then Thursday.
That works.
I would say Wednesday, but I'm busy on my Thursday, which is when I would have to do it.
Let me put it in my calendar so I don't forget this time. 3 hours or 2 hours before it's supposed to happen, we text and be like, "So, your girl forgot."
Well, and again, I mean, the advantage was this one's just like we're half an hour
easy,
in, and
yeah.
Like, there's not a lot of plot in this one. Then there was like half the book was exposition, so it was fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
this
I
book was
put it in my phone.
Oh yeah, what we didn't actually talk about how Reapers actually get
Chosen.
how they pick Reapers. Yeah, so they generally they look for people who might be inclined to sacrifice themselves for someone else,
Someone else.
without knowing that they may get an afterlife out of it. So they typically look at upcoming deaths of like children, like young children or
Yeah, and
something.
their parents.
Yeah. But then
Or siblings. Same
Yeah.
sex siblings.
yeah, so then there were no mummy daughter pairings or anything like that coming up. So then Levi looked at siblings, saw that Nash had a brother that was only a couple years older than him. And again, upside banshees. So he's like, well, I guess we'll see how this turns out. And it turned out with Todd doing what Levi hopes for, and he got to become a Reaper.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you know that an exchange is possible type thing, then you can't become a Reaper. And the reason for that is mostly just to try and minimize the chance of getting a sociopath as a Reaper. Obviously, that doesn't always work out because we've met at least one. Well, we've heard of one corrupt Reaper and we've met a corrupt Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, and also like knowing an exchange is possible doesn't mean like he knows that he can exchange his life for like Nash's. It means like he can't know that he can become a Reaper by can't know that he can apply to become a Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
He can know that he can like plead with a Reaper, but he can't know that he can
apply to be one.
Like they have to exchange themselves believing that the only reward is that the other person lives in
saved the person.
Yeah,
and that's it. So imagine if it's when it's someone who's not already aware, then the Reaper just pops in and goes, hey, she's dead, but she doesn't have to be.
Do you want to do anything about this situation?
Yeah, I imagine that's normally how it goes. Possibly with a bit more tact, but possibly not.
Yeah, I mean, depends on your Reaper.
Yeah, I imagine as well. It's probably the managers that do those reapings, which is why Levi was there, because that wasn't his beat. So yeah, like yeah. So we didn't actually get to witness a proper conversation because like Todd was already fully aware of. He didn't need any explanations. He was just like, "Can we do a swapsy? Yes, we can do a swapsy. Okay, let's swapsy."
Yeah. He didn't need to be told that like a swapsy was possible. He was just like, I would like to swapsies because that can't be the last.
I volunteer myself for swaps.
Yeah.
I volunteer as tribute, etc.
Yeah. So Thursday for book 4 because
yay, we'll be one book closer to Damon and Elena's season. Season 5 is incoming.
I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. At least Stefan isn't totally hateable, you know?
It's just for me, Damon's the better option because it's fucking Damon.
No, I'm just saying, like, at least when you're watching TVD, like, you can still deal with Stefan. Like, you're not just like, I want to kill Stefan.
Stefan's a likable guy, yeah.
Whereas here, I'm just
I love Stefan. He deserves better than what he got. I love him. Whereas Nash deserves all the pain in the world.
Yeah, no, I hate
Nash deserves to be a fucking demon meth drug addict.
I don't
like Stefan and Caroline though. It's weird.
They have a good friendship, and that's it.
Yeah, that's where it should have ended.
There's no chemistry there.
Yeah, Stefan and Caroline's friendship is amazing, and I'm sorry.
I will say though, because when she finds him before he gets all resurrected and stuff with the thing, and I died when that scene happened because he doesn't get resurrected till like the next episode or something, isn't it?
Yeah,
I died. I'm like, no, because you don't ever expect that because he's one of the main 3. He's on all the covers of all the seasons.
It's really sad. And I'm like, their friendship's really cute, but also Klaus and Caroline should have ended up together. And
Yes.
No, they were in game. They should have been in game.
They should have been.
They were supposed to be.
I'm still bitter about how all of it ended.
The producers didn't have to give in to what's his face being like, I don't want Klaus to survive because I don't want to come back.
You like
he could have been existing off screen. It's fine.
Yeah. That's all you had to do.
Just have him exist off screen. It's perfectly acceptable. Yeah. Because she's not in Legacy's, is she?
Mm-hmm.
And she owns the school.
She owns the school.
And she's not on screen. It's fine. Her and Klaus could have been off doing a world tour during the course of the Legacy.
You also didn't have to make Legacies. Like, you could have just done that.
Well, yeah. But I guess they wanted to try and get as much out of the franchise as possible.
Like, that was also an option.
When all of their main guys were just like, you know what, we don't want to be vampires anymore.
Because Elena and Damon also still exist, by the way. Like, that's also a thing.
Yeah, when Legacy is airing, they still exist.
Mm-hmm.
Because they die of old age, don't they?
Yeah.
Pretty sure they die of old age.
Yeah.
God. Did they have children? I feel like they probably had children.
Stephanie Salvatore? What a name. Just one? That's it? They just had the one?
I don't know. I think that's it, but...
No. Like, Stephanie's not a bad name. Stephanie is not a bad name. I'm not dissing the name Stephanie.
But Stephanie Salvatore.
The context. I'm dissing the context of the name.
Like, what Stephanie after Stefan is really shady. I'm sorry.
Wait, just give me 1 second.
Jenna Salvatore. Like, can we name it after the person that should have never
or her
died?
mother? Or her mother? It would. Wait, I just want to. I can't say this on screen. I just wrote her instead of his.
What the hell ever happened to Jeremy? Like, did we just write him out of the show? Like,
he went off to do a thing and then occasionally pops back in and then he eats again. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think I spelled the name right. We'll see in a second. You see what
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
That is weird.
I'm not the biggest fan of like feminizing a name to name it after a sibling.
Or if he died and his sister named their kid Christina.
Wait, what?
If Christian died, so his sister named her child Christina. Because I feel like that's the feminized version of Christian, right? Christina.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if like a Michael died and their sibling named their daughter Michelle.
Yeah. All right, how do we feminize Noah, TJ? How do we make that a girl's name?
Nolene.
Noelle.
No.
Noelle.
That's horrible.
Noelle.
Yeah, that's the point.
Wait. I will say though, I think Stixie's name feminizes the most grossly though.
Fortunately, neither he nor I have siblings, so it's not a thing we have to worry about.
It's okay. I'm sure there'll be someone who thinks of him like a brother enough to do that.
Look, if either one of you, if I die, please don't like masculinize my name and
Terrence?
attempt to
Terrence.
Please don't.
Oh, wait. I found a feminized version of it, and it is literally Noah without the H.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Even better.
That's horrible.
I hate that.
Okay.
I hate that and everything it stands for.
Okay. Wait. Well, actually.
No.
No. Yeah.
You know I'm right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, we can discuss.
Yeah. What would Mara be in man form? Hey, what would Mara be in man form? Like, what would the male equivalent of Mara be? Martin?
You could just name it after both of us at the same time.
I'm just looking to see if please give me a freaking. I don't want different versions of my freaking name.
My nails are growing like weeds. I can't keep them short.
Wow, what's that like?
I'm sorry.
I'm suffering. This nail is still, you can actually see the break in it now.
You like next time you're near here, come over. I've got glue.
Ugh, please.
I've got glue and I've got cement.
Please. I don't know how deep it is. I've been keeping it under like so many layers of nail polish, but it still just makes its way out.
Does it hurt?
No.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
But I do have the stuff for it. But I'm trying to keep them short so that they don't break when they actually move.
Yeah.
But I've still got 2 weeks of this crap. But I'm also trying to keep them short because I've got the 2 nails that are actually broken. And I don't want to grow them back out.
Yeah.
Until because I've got.
But they need to all be friends.
My short ass thumb over here. I'm sorry, I was taking my nail polish off and then I got lazy.
Good mood.
And then sorry, I'm not trying to flip you off, but with this situation.
They need to be friends.
I feel that.
Yeah, they all need to be friends. And family sticks together. Gosh darn it.
I just have one really good nail.
Yeah.
Really good nail that if
What
it
a
broke,
dude.
I would break. If it breaks, I break.
If she dies,
She
I die.
dies,
I die.
Is that out now? If she dies, that's out now, isn't it?
I can't keep any of our books straight.
Yes, no, it is.
It is. Yes, that book is out now. All of our weird quotes, I'm just like, what book is that in? I don't remember anymore.
Okay.
Just
but
something
Thursday.
Inside chat.
Yeah. GG, bro.
Thursday.
We'll be doing the next book in this series.
Yes.
And we will see you guys then.
Yes.
All right. Bye,
Cheerio.
guys.